The death toll in extreme weather and flooding let loose by Storm Boris in Central Europe has risen to 22, with 3 more deaths reported in Poland and 1 in Austria. High winds and unusually heavy rainfall have hit swathes of Austria, the Czech Republic, Hungary, Poland, Romania and Slovakia since last week. Although the weather seemed to be stabilizing in several places, rivers were overflowing, with authorities asking people to remain cautious. 2 big cities in Poland, one in the south and one in the west, are expecting a wave of floods over concerns that the dikes could break. Prime Minister Donald Tusk has announced additional government aid for those in Poland hit by the storm, bringing the total to $520 million.
Currently, there are different scenarios regarding the flood wave on the Oder. However, the Bist-Rizika River, like several other rivers and tributaries of the Oder, and I think that as the flow on the Oder increases, the threat to its tributaries will also increase.
Polish police say 3 more people died after Storm Boris, taking the death toll in the country to 7. Police chief of that area announced the updated figure at a televised crisis meeting. 2 of the latest victims were discovered in the southwestern district of Klodzor. Another death was also reported on Tuesday in Austria. An 81-year-old woman was Austria's 5th victim of the floods. The fire brigade found her body in a flooded home in Lower Austria, the worst impacted province in the Alpine nation in Austria. 26 communities are cut off, and with weather improving, authorities are uncovering the scale of the disaster. Now, according to the latest tallies, Storm Boris has caused the deaths of 7 people in Romania and 3 in the Czech Republic. In the Czech Republic, 60,000 homes are still without electricity, mainly in the country's northeast. The largest Czech retention basin in the country's south is overflowing its banks. Meanwhile, the IFRC's head of health, disaster, climate and crises for Europe has warned the historic floods will soon be frequent or even annual as we go forward. He has called for more investment in adaptation rather than mitigation, as floods in Europe will likely be more frequent due to climate change.
And the mechanisms here are clear. Europe has for decades been warming at a much higher rate than the rest of the world. Warm air holds more moisture, and what goes up will come down, and we see these extreme rain events. And we will see more of this as we go forward. These have been branded now as historic floods, and that's correct. Nothing to disagree with there. But climate change has a way of moving the goalposts. So soon we will be talking about these kind of events as frequent or even annual as we go forward.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.